Hey guys, it's Rusty here. How you all doing? Welcome back to a quick Ken Tech video. This video is aimed at beginners and like early intermediate players that don't have much experience using Ken. It's really short and sweet. Season 3 came and changes happened for Ken, where he got buffs on his target combo, where he got step kick. Now, this video looks at why. So what I'm looking at this video is the difference between heavy punch DP and EXDP when in V trigger, and also how to avoid EXDP from dropping. So let's look at basically heavy punch DP versus EXDP first. In terms of damage, it's not a big difference. Heavy punch DP V trigger hits 5 hits and does 160 damage. Yeah. EXDP hits for 9 hits, 180 damage. 20 damage difference. Not a big difference really when you think about it. And if you think about the way EXDP is used in V-Trigger, it's in combos, it's usually at the end of the combo you use the EXDP. So your scaling is going to be mounted up. So if you look at scaling, if you don't understand how scaling works, on the first hit, your attack does 100% damage. Second hit, it drops to 90. See there, 90%. Third hit, 80. And it keeps dropping down. So a long combo, by the end of the long combo, if you're in V-Trigger, your heavy punch DP and EXDP, the damage difference will be even less because of the damage scaling. So where there's a 20% damage, sorry, where there's a 20 hit point damage difference, if you add 50% scaling to that, each attack is going to do 50% less damage. It's going to do 50% damage of what it should do. That makes sense. So the heavy punch DP from doing 160 will now do 80. The 180 EXDP will do 90. Because it's only 50% of its potential damage because of the scaling. Hopefully that makes sense, but I'm basically applying the scaling amount to the damage that move does on an individual basis. And as you know now, the more hits you land in a combo, the scaling increases. So if I were to show you a real basic combo, look at the damage scaling and look at the overall damage between the two combos where I use heavy punch DP and EXDP. So let me think. So let's do heavy punch DP first. So let's look at the total damage it does at the end of the combo. $348. That's an 11. Well, the scaling there on the heavy punch DP at the end there is 40%. 40%. So 348. Now let's do that again with EXDP. It's 348 at 40% scaling over at the end. 348. Remember. 40% scaling, 356. So you gain 8 more damage for that combo by spending EX meter. It's not a big. Was it 348? Was it? Right, you guys have to quote me on that if I got it wrong, but I think it was 348 for the heavy punch DP, 356 for the EXDP. Not a big difference, but you spent a whole bar of meter to gain that. That's the first thing I want to highlight. Is it really worth spending the meter to get a few more hit points of damage? Kill situation, yes, 100%. But if you're not near a kill situation, I don't think so. The Oak is really good on both of them, and you're spending valuable meter for a little bit more damage. I don't think it's worth it. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to show in the video is going back to the buffs that Ken got in season 3. So when you do light punch DP, heavy punch DP in a corner from a juggle situation, it always hits. Never misses. Now guys, back in season 1, season 2 will remember that EXDP can miss if you're not careful. Too early, goes under. The way to eradicate that is to add a delay. But that's what happens if you delay it too much. So add the optimal delay. There you go. Lands. But as you saw earlier on, if I delay it too long, you're gonna miss. Again, too early. You're under. Now you haven't got to worry about that too much in season 3 and season 4 because of this. That creates auto juggle timing. You don't need to add any delay as long as you have the step kick. So make sure you're doing that. It's the same with line breaker. I think they actually go higher up in the air with line breaker, meaning it's even harder to get the EXDP. So the two ways to get around that are add the step kick auto juggle timing, no need for a delay. Or, like I was talking about earlier, just don't spend the meter. Because heavy punch DP always hits. The damage difference is so minuscule. So you can see there, 3, 2, 1. Wow, didn't mean to do that. Whole point of the video. 3, 2, 1 versus 3, 4, 4. Okay, I think that's significant. 3, 4, 4. How have I got that? Let me see this again. 3, 3. Sorry, yeah, I didn't have the step kick. That's why I messed it up. A 3, 3, 2 versus with 1 bar meter spent. 3, 3, 2 versus 3, 4, 4. 12 damage more for 1 bar of meter spent. Not amazing. Only worthwhile again in a kill situation. But weigh up your options. Just don't spend the meter for the XDP. And the heavy punch DP is guaranteed to hit, or ensure you're adding the step kick. Simple as that. What we had to do in season 1, this is just a bit of backstory. For the step kick buff, line breaker you were screwed, you couldn't do anything, but with chin buster you added a V skill, and that's auto time then. After chin buster, if you had the V skill, your light punch DP or EXDP always juggles. It was only where you did that no V skill, it was a risk. It's worth noting as well, if you're at range, so it's particular to line breaker, at range the EXDP does not whiff them, it always hits even if you do it early. So if I do it there, and the reason for that is spacing, that's all it is. It's only where you point blank up close the EXDP has a chance to whiff. So again, look, that's straight away and it hits, whereas here it whiffs. So go back to what I said earlier on. Is it worth spending the meter for the XDP at the end of a combo for the little bit more damage? If it isn't, go heavy punch DP, it's going to hit. But the best thing to do is you just make sure you add the step kick to the combo. Simple as that. So that's all this video is about, guys. Hopefully that's helped, and that's maybe answered some questions if you weren't sure why your XDPs are whiffing. But it's trial and error. It's just practice, practice, practice. You know, add the knowledge, and you won't have to worry about it at all then. Hope that's helped, guys. Any questions, any queries, as you know, just drop them in the comment section and I'll be happy to help. If you've got any sort of feedback yourself on the video, then throw it in the comment section. All about building up knowledge and helping other players, so it's not just down to me, it's down to you guys as well. And that's it pretty much. Hope to see you in the next video. Take care.